This is Delegate Stephanie Smith. She did the speech for Martin Luther King's birthday. Well, I'm about Public Accommodations Act, the right to access to courts, equal protections under the law. We fought for these rights, and you're supposed to protect me and my rights. You feel me? You're supposed to protect me and my rights. That's the First Amendment of the Constitution. Congress shall pass or make no laws respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and petition the government for redress and grievances. Y'all violated my constitutional rights when y'all charged me with terrorism. I was making a documentary about Baltimore. If you go to Trina Selton, to the Out for Justice, she got storyboards. They in black and white, and it's about your prison industry and mass incarceration. We talking about voter suppression by the 2014 and 2000, about the Democrats and the Republicans. Ex-felons got a right to vote. We got that right. You feel me? Not only ex-felons, but ex-slaves. It's called Dishonoring the Badge. Like I said, I was making a documentary about y'all. And if you go to Rod Rosenstein and Commissioner Belfield, I gave him that in 2011. Commissioner Belfield had it in 2010. The FBI, the Department of Justice, had it in 2010. You feel me? Dishonoring the badge. It's my Jailhouse Diary. See the date? 2/2/2011. Sergeant Steeritt. It's a Jailhouse Diary, and I used your newspaper to make it. These are charges and tort laws. Like I said, I know the law. Testimony, criminal procedures. And that's the States Attorney's Office. Ivan Bates. And me in Annapolis. 90 Days of Shorty. I'm looking for exoneration of the Supreme Court. And right here. Request for guidance to process a charge of exoneration. And these are my elected officials. That's Kaylin Young in the 45th. That's the 43rd district. And if you go to Embry, she was there when I did this at Maryland Arts Day in Annapolis. Boyce been knowing me since she was working in City Hall. And me and Mary Washington had the conversation about Dred Scott. I need exoneration. That's the Baltimore Sun, Nick Madigan, writing a story about me saying that I was a terrorist. I'm not a terrorist. That totally represent how you treat Black America. You treat us like shit. I won my case. I was found innocent of all charges, so I need to be exonerated. Like I said, terrorism isn't expungible. You have to exonerate me. So whistleblower, 2015, the comptroller, all right? Forged checks, Shorty's barbecue. That's part of my exoneration. And you're going to have all this information for that. And that's the State's Attorney's Office. That's George Nielsen, the city solicitor. Everything I gave the city solicitor. See the case? That's my ID number. All right? State's Attorney's Office. Witness protection application. I asked the city for witness protection because I was making a documentary about the politics in the city, the police department. Y'all came to my house and put guns to my head. Y'all threatened my life. I'm not Emmett Till. I'm Shorty. I'm still alive and breathing. Witness protection program application. See the date? 2014. I ain't got it yet. That's Kai Jackson, Fox 45, Karen Parks, and Stephen Janis. All right? And his wife or girlfriend, whoever she is. All toilets left in front of your station. Yeah. That's the State's Attorney's Office. That's the Department of Justice Office. Because I want criminal charges against Fox 45. That's SCC violations. The shielding law don't apply to you when you knowingly lie to the public. And this is from 2014. I've been putting toilets in front of your station since 2014. That's Justin Burke. I got him on film when I gave him the tape about the prison industry. All right? That's Justin Burke. That's Christian Schaefer, Roosevelt Lethowitz, Mike Marion, and Richard Scher. I don't know who's still there, but y'all had that. And that's the State's Attorney's Office. You feel me? That's the Baltimore Sun. David Smith, Armstrong Williams. See that? Legal notice. All videos and legal material to the Baltimore Sun. All right? So you make sure that y'all don't lose this. That's James Calabrese from the state prosecutor's office. Everything. See the case number? All evidence against Scott Shellenberger. That's Scott Shellenberger, and that's the state's attorney's office. That's the state's attorney's office, and that's Annapolis. All right? This is the Black Chronicles. High Court approves race separation. All right? Reverend Turner calls for return to Africa. Stephen dies before ratification. You feel me? These is the Black Chronicles, and this is the uprising. You feel me? This is the uprising. And that's President Trump. So what they was doing in the Black Chronicles, President Trump trying to do now. The Black Chronicles 2024. Slavery then and slavery now. I stand with CASA. I stand against the deportation of immigrants. I stand with Palestine. I stand against the genocide in Palestine. And just like you was doing us 400 years ago, you're doing it again. I stand with abolitionists. I stand with freedom. Freedom's something you got to fight for. I stand with Lisa Snowden, the Baltimore Beat. From the streets to the seats. Art and activism. The art of protest. That's the state's attorney's office. See the time and the date? We went from mass incarceration to the prison industry. From enslavement to mass incarceration. That's Governor Westmore. All right? That's Governor Westmore. That's Ivan Bates. That's Ivan Bates. See the dates? That's Attorney General Anthony Brown. That's Eric Barron from the Department of Justice. That's Judge Badar. That's Bill Ferguson. And that's the Maryland Volunteer Lawyers for the Arts, making a documentary in against the law. That's Ivan Bates. No, that's Izzy Pataki, Baltimore County. That's Commissioner Harris. That was a charge that Commissioner Harris got against Scott Shellenberger. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? No. Didn't think so. These is the Black Chronicles. It's all about Trump. Trump got to play that paperwork. It was more than an uprising. It was a wake-up call. Are we there yet?